Morning guys, it is Monday. Danny is off today because he worked Saturday, and yeah, he had plans for today, and then guess what happened? The washing machine broke and it keeps tripping the electricity. So now that's what Danny's doing for today. Completely against his plans. So yesterday, well last night, I ordered some pond liner and I also ordered a pond pump, and then Danny this morning went to the local carpet place and asked if they had some like cuts of carpet and underlay and stuff they were throwing out, so we can use that underneath the pond to stop any sort of punches and things like that. So yeah, that's what we're up to so far. So I'm gonna make some type of corn dogs for lunch, and I've just got some hot dogs. These are the really large ones, and some bread. I'm gonna cut off the crusts. Some skewers, some oil and some egg wash, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna just take the crusts.
Anyone see my phone?
I haven't seen your phone. You finished? Oh folks, I've just started. Are you looking forward to it? Yeah. Watch, I'll show you what I'm gonna do.
Me help you.
You want to help me? Of course you can. Go and get this stool, babe.
Yeah, come. Oh my.
I actually think these are going to be far too big. Doesn't really matter, does it? Can you see that? A little bit. What I'm going to show you, ready? Do this.
Yeah.
I'm going to get the skewer and put it in.
Very gently.
Very gently. Like that. I'm going to take some egg.
Yep.
I'm going to... You like the bread. So yeah, I'm going to put this on like this.
All over the bread.
All over the bread.
What else do you do? Cover it?
And then watch. Then I'm going to roll it.
I know.
Ready?
Ooh.
And then I'm going to coat it again.
Like all of it?
All of it. What do you think to that idea?
Yeah. What me do?
What you do?
Yeah.
Give me 1 minute and I'll get you a job.
Yay! I love jobs.
You love jobs?
Yep.
That's lucky. And I'm going to put this in there to fry up. So, if I give you these hot dogs, will you put these in them?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you do have little hands. So be very careful.
Oh, they look cool.
They do, don't they? Hopefully they taste good.
Yeah.
They do look good.
Need a different job.
I want a different job.
Yeah.
Okay. Mummy will get you a different job.
Ooh.
Turn that. Maybe I should have got a non-stick pan. Wait, babe. I think these ones are going to stick to this pan. Number 2. If I cut the bread, will you roll it out for me?
Oh yeah.
Move over a bit. So if I give you the bread, you can roll it, yeah? Good.
Very good.
Thank you very much.
Like paper.
Turn these over. Oh, they're hot. Do the next one.
Mummy.
Yes, darling.
Put all the bread here.
I did. Can you roll it all out for me? Oh, I think I might need another egg.
Why?
I'm nearly done. And then egg wash the bread. And then fry it. Like this.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Then I ate them.
going to wait for them all to be done first. Okay. They look good, right?
Whoa! Oh, God, come on.
Oh, wow. It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
We can eat them right now.
I'm going to wait for these ones.
We can have all of them. That looks really nice. Oh,
It does, doesn't it?
him have two. Him have two.
The
And
crusts are going to the birdies.
yeah. What a baby things. What baby things?
What do the babies do?
Yeah. Baby birds.
What do baby birds do? Same as big birds.
We water them and tasty.
Yeah.
Oh. Two big birds.
Do you want one, Daddy?
No. Oh, you got 8.
I've got 8.
Well, the kids are having. I'll have one.
You have one.
We want to have two.
2?
Yeah, we have that.
3D.
1, 2, 3, 4. We just have 4.
Yeah. Should Mummy have one, do you think?
Yeah.
Mummy might taste one. Do you want ketchup with yours?
No, we don't like it. We just see a white thing.
Okay.
Two, please. That mine?
Your one is at the bottom, Molly. Let me give you the not so hot ones.
Oh, we can have two.
Yeah.
Good.
They look good, right? So this is this?
Danny's, Mummy's, Cameron's, Liam's, mine.
Yum yum. Pardon, Liam?
I see Bob.
You see Bob. Morning guys, it's Tuesday, so I've just dropped Cameron off at school and Liam's going in for a couple of hours because they've got their SATs coming up, so they're doing a couple of sessions at school today and tomorrow, so it's like 9 till 12:30 and then it's just going to be me and Ollie who's hiding. Strange child. Is it just going to be me and you, Ollie? What are we going to get up to? He said last night, we can do anything. We can do anything. I'm not quite sure what you want to do though, eh? I'm thinking I want to put some more highlights in my hair. Not bleach, because I'm not quite ready for the bleach just yet, but more of like the brown tones. Might do that later and sort of show you how I do that in my own hair. Because it's a bit different how you do it to your own hair to how you do it to somebody else's. So yeah, we're just in the car park because it's not worth going home to come back out to do the school run because Cameron starts school really, really early, don't he? So we just have this 20-minute window where we look at Bob and the other birds getting their breakfast. You dancing? Can do your floss?
We don't know how we do floss.
No, you've been practicing though, haven't you? I've been reading so many comments about Daddy and his flossing and everyone's saying how great Danny is at flossing and how much of a good dancer he is. Strange child. Alright, I'll catch you guys up later. So that is Bob. Isn't that right, Ollie?
Yeah.
And we see him, when do we see him?
All day.
Every morning.
Yeah.
Every morning. Every morning he's here getting his breakfast. You're going to have a look at these little baby plants that we planted?
Yeah.
Do you remember planting the seeds?
Yeah. Aww. Some are not growing.
Some of them are. Them are. And that one is. And that one is.
Only seen this one growing, but I just a little bit growing.
Hi guys, so I just got back from getting Liam from school. He just went in from sort of 9 till 12. He's got SAT stuff coming up, so they're having extra revision with that. So I'm just in my spare room. I'm going to do something with my hair. In my hair, I've got a mix of high lift tint and bleach. So there are some really blonder pieces that you can tell, and then there are some sort of honey colour, and that is what I'm going to add. I'm going to add more of the honey colour, and I'm doing that by using a high lift tint. So tin will like lift your hair 3 levels. A high lift tint is a bit more than that, so it's about 5 levels. My hair is naturally so dark. If I show you the natural colour of my hair, it's what I'd say is a level 4. It's almost black. It's really, really dark. So when I put highlights in, it's quite a contrast, I feel, and I like it more more toned down. In the summer I do go more blonde, but as this time of year we're just sort of getting into summer, I just want to, I've got a lot of dark, especially underneath. I want to add some more of those honey tones in, and obviously as I overlap them on the tones that are already honey coloured, it will make them a little bit blonder, but not by much. And the one that I'm using is a lift and tone. Let me grab it and show you what it is. So I use the Schwarzkopf Igora, and this is the high lift, like I said, and it is the 1219, so it's an ash colour, although it's not ash on my hair because I've got so much of dark underlying pigments that as it lifts, it's obviously going to bring those warmer tones up. But at least this balances out ever so slightly, and it's not, if I was to add a warm tone to my hair, it would be orange, so it does tone it out ever so slightly. You'll kind of see, you'll probably watch it and be like, I don't see no difference, but yeah, it kind of gives me an in-between. So when I do add the highlights as we come into the summer, it gives me a mix of sort of the honey tones and the blondes rather than just the straight up bleach. I think because I'm so dark, I don't really want a massive contrast, although when I do that it is really quite highly contrast, but because I have the mix of the tones in, I don't think you can really tell. I think it blends in quite well, at least that's what I think. So I've mixed up my colour, and then the first thing I do is just, so my hair's manageable, I just do it in a centre parting, straight down the middle. At least it's symmetric on each side then, so then I'm just working with 2 sections. And I'm going to take, I'm looking this way, I've got a mirror that way. I'm going to take one section there. And I'm going to clip this up. Should I close that curtain? It's creating quite a glare, isn't it? One sec. I'm not sure if that's better. I don't want to close the other curtain as well. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. I've got no makeup on, guys. It's just literally no makeup on. So then I've got 2 sections, like so. So you can see my natural colour there. And then you can see I've got a highlight that starts just about there. So then I'm gonna half my section that I took, because I still want some depth in my hair. I'm then gonna weave. I'm gonna weave the section, back comb it so the colour is diffused down. It's really quite tricky to do it to yourself. It's very different how I do it to someone else as well, but and then create like a little packet. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. So I think you have to be pretty competent with hair to do this. But obviously this isn't bleach, so although I do the exact same thing with bleach, you just have to be, you have to know what you're doing with playing around with bleach. hair. My hair literally is naturally that dark. My hair's so dark.
You
right, darling?
Yeah. And that's why oh.
So I don't know how seriously you can take me with all this tinfoil in my hair. I just wanted to add that I am a hairdresser, remember that. So I kind of do know what I'm doing. This isn't a tutorial, this is just I'm sharing my week and this is part of my week. If you do have any questions about hair or anything like that, I am happy to sort of answer any questions. If you feel like you're competent enough to do your hair yourself, have at it, honestly. I'm not one of these people that's like, oh no, don't do it. But if your hair, you know your hair, if your hair is fragile, then don't put any lightening products on it. Don't overlap it. If you're just doing your roots, that's fine, but just do your roots. Don't overlap delicate ends. The product that I'm using isn't bleach. It isn't that strong. It's not going to fry off my hair, and I know that because of, obviously, I am a hairdresser. But honestly, growing up, doing my hair was reminding me, when I was a kid, my nan used to do like all my auntie's hair, because my nan had 6 kids and 5 of them were girls. She had 1 boy, her baby was a boy, and she was no hairdresser, but honestly, you know the old rubber caps? I've got one. I used it on Liam last week. She used to do all their hair, all my mum's and all my auntie's hair, like, you know, once a month or once every couple of months she'd come round, and it would be a get together really, and she'd pull all their hair through with a cap and bleach it all up, and she didn't know what she was doing. It was just, so doing your hair yourself is something that I'm kind of used to. I've been brought up with it, and I'm sure lots of you are the same, and like, yeah, I'll bleach my hair all the time, don't faze me. And there's other people that would be like, there's no way I'd put bleach on my hair myself, because I just wouldn't take the risk. And there's sort of no right or wrong answer. You know your own limitations, so if you think that you can do it, you go for it. There are so many tutorials on the internet to show you how to do it. You probably could get the gist of how I was doing it just from me sharing. So yeah, if you can do it, have at it. But I do not want anyone trying their hair and messing it up and being like, well, I was inspired because you did yours and I thought I'll do mine and it went wrong. Know your limitations. If you don't think you can do it, don't do it. If you have permed hair, do not put bleach on it. If you have henna on your hair, do not put bleach on it. There are so many rules. In fact, just don't play with bleach. Any other sort of colour, you're kind of in the safe zone. It may go a little wrong. Yeah. Also, I can lighten this very dark hair because it is my natural colour. If you have dyed your hair dark and then you think that you're going to be able to lighten that to a blonde, it's not going to happen. I have people that have gone from dark to blonde, and it can take a year to 18 months for that process to happen, and that's with a professional hairdresser. You're not going to be able to do that. And what I hear a lot is, well, yeah, I dyed my hair dark 5 years ago, but it's all natural now, but their hair's down to here. Like, and they don't understand that it's not. Although it's faded, that false pigment is still in the hair and it's still going to cause a problem. I really don't want to go on at you guys, but I don't want to share this and then have someone's hair go wrong because they were sort of messing around. And if you've got any questions, don't do anything about it. Ask me, and then I will advise you whether or not I think you should have a go of it yourself. So yeah, that's the bottom line of it, really. So yeah, I just need to wait 45 minutes now to wait for this to develop, and then I can wash it off. The bottom ones should be pretty much done, but like I said, it's a high lift tint, so it's only going to lift to a certain point and then stop. It's not like bleach. Bleach will just keep going and going and going until it's disintegrated the hair, whereas this won't. This will stop at a certain point. So a lot of times when you're doing a lot of highlights, you start at the bottom, and by the time you've worked to your top, the back ones are done. I always stagger my peroxide levels, so I start with a really low peroxide level at the back and then work my peroxide level up as I go forward, and that way, if I gauge it right, sometimes it'll all be ready at the same time. But it has so many different contributing factors. Even the weather, you generally find in the summer you put bleach on and the heat is just in the air, it's just making the bleach just develop straight away, and then in the winter you're putting bleach on and waiting an hour for it to develop. So yeah, it's just, you excited to see how it turns out? So my hair's all done. I did something I don't usually do, and that's actually after I've washed it, dry it and style it. Usually I just leave it. I don't know if you can really tell in this light the colour that I've put in from my really dark hair to then moving on to the bleach, where this is more of sort of a honey brown, and it just sort of bridges the gap between my natural colour and then like the really light ends. If I take the ends and bring them up, you'll see the colour difference, that it's quite drastic, but when you pull it down, as it just gradually gets lighter, it's well, it's not natural, let's be honest, but it gives the appearance of it being natural. So yeah, it's just what it's like. So nothing dramatic, it's not my bleach, but during the winter I don't really bleach my hair at all. As we come on to the summer, I tend to do 2 bleaches and then a brown, 2 bleaches and then a brown, and then we move on to autumn, and then I literally just use the high lift tint, like I was saying, which gives the illusion for my hair to be a sort of like a warm brown. So yeah, that's all done. Still got no makeup on. I don't know if it's even worth me putting makeup on now. What time is it? Oh, Cameron's texted me. He's down after school. So it's now 3 o'clock. So it's not really worth me putting makeup on at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, is it? So, but yeah. Oh, next time I trim my hair, would you guys be interested in me showing you how I cut my hair myself? Like I said, this is no tutorial. I'm not showing you tutorials. I'm just showing you how a hairdresser does it herself, because I'm not going to pay someone to do my hair. That's like having a dog and barking yourself. So as much as I can't do as good of a job on myself as what I can do on others, I do what I can do because I'm not paying for someone to do my hair. And if it can sort of help you figure out how to do it yourself, or if you're interested, then and I don't mind sharing that. So yeah, gonna go get Cameron in about half an hour when he finishes his after school club, and I'll catch up with you guys a bit later. Guys, so the postie has just been and I've received my pump. I just ordered it off of Amazon. It had really good reviews, and it's also an eco pump, so it should be a little bit cheaper to run. We didn't need like a really big fancy pump because our pond is tiny. Danny worked out exactly what literage our pond is, so we knew what size pump to get. And I need to wait for the liner to come. That should be coming this week. Danny got the underlay carpet, didn't he, on Monday, so hopefully by the weekend we can start putting the pond together. That would be great, but we'll just see what the weather's like and stuff like that. I don't really know how my week's going to pan out. It pans out the way it pans out. So I'm still waiting for Cameron to call me and let me know that he's finished at his study session after school. So as soon as I get a call from him, I'll go pick him up, and then I can come home and start on dinner. We're having Caribbean curry tonight, or Caribbean chicken as Danny requested. So I'll talk to you a bit later. Hey guys, it's Wednesday. I actually can't believe it's the middle of the week already. So it's now midday. I'm just picking Liam up from school. He went in this morning as part of a study session going towards his SATs. I've got a bit of a cold coming, so I'm a bit sniffly. So yeah, I had a phone call yesterday in regards to Cameron's feet. If you've been watching me for a while, you'll see that Cameron had some problems with the bridge of his feet. We weren't sure what it was, and I took him to the doctors, and that was like months ago, and an appointment has just been made available to us to take him and see what's going on with his feet. I mean, his feet are a lot better now, but still, you know, if appointment's been offered to us, I'm gonna take up on it and see what it was, and if, you know, if he does need sort of support in his shoes or something like that. So he actually finishes school at 2 today, which is good because his appointment's at 3. So yeah, I've not really been doing anything this morning, have we, Ollie? Not been doing anything. We've just been relaxing at home. So yeah, not much to really say. I'll catch up with you a bit later. What happened last time I asked you to clean this? Do you remember?
Probably too much in it.
Too much? Too much? You put a whole can of polish on, didn't you? Mind you, it did make it smell really nice and give it a good clean, didn't it? It's like a telephone, isn't it? Hello! Oh. You ready to sort out the Yankee candles?
Have you been in order again?
Yeah. I sure am. Well, I say I am. We are. Shall I tip them out?
Yeah.
Ta-da! Come on then, boys. So blacks first. So all ready for spring and summer. I have my Yankee candles in my seasonal coffee table, so it's nice and colourful. Hey guys, it is Thursday, so it's quite late in the afternoon now. Look at my hair, I brushed it. I tell you, my hair was made for the 70s flick. Yeah, so it's quite late, as I said, because I woke up with a headache, a really, really bad headache. I almost think it was more like a migraine. So I went back to bed and I didn't just sleep, I just closed the curtains and just laid in the dark. So I've just done my makeup and I've got my glasses on to sort of ease the pressure on my head. It does seem to help when I wear my glasses. So I need to go and get Cameron soon because it's like 2 o'clock at this point, and like I said, I've just done my makeup. So I don't think I told you about what happened yesterday with Cameron's foot appointment. I can't remember if I did. If I did, I'll edit this bit out. You don't need to hear it twice. But if you didn't, they just gave him some exercises to do on his feet. And it was so funny because when I picked him up yesterday, I brought him home and I said, right, make sure your feet are clean, make sure you've got socks that are matching, and make sure they've not got no holes. Do not embarrass me at like the foot doctor. So he goes there and the doctor takes off his shoes to show Cameron these exercises that he should be doing with his feet and his calves and things like that. And the doctor had odd socks on with a hole in them. I was cracking up. I had to say something. He's like, oh, I seem to have odd socks on. If you're a foot doctor, I mean, come on. I did laugh and say I took him home from school and made sure he changed his socks, that they were matching. And I mean, luckily they were, but still, I was like, clean your feet because he's going to touch your feet, and you've been walking around all day, and you need fresh socks on, and you know, you ain't having skanky feet and embarrassing me. But yeah, how funny is that? So yeah, I need to go get Cameron soon. The other two are just like on technology, been entertaining themselves today because, like I said, I've had such a migraine. But Liam's such a good boy, and he's been watching Ollie while I've been upstairs. Like I said, I weren't sleeping. I was awake. So if anything would have happened, of course, I'd have been able to deal with it. I was just laying in a dark room to ease my head, but I'm feeling so much better now. I need to start doing my morning routine. The house is a dump because obviously I've not done anything so far today. I did pull some chicken out this morning to defrost so I can make my sweet and sour chicken tonight, and really looking forward to that. It's really, really tasty. And we've got food shopping tonight, as long as Danny is not late home. He was late home again last night. I think this whole week he's been late home every single night. I said, considering you had a week off, they sort of made you make up the hours the following week, which, yeah, this is part of his job. So yeah, I'll catch up with you a bit later.
Play your part. Sit. Right. So, punch me that.
Which hand?
That one. Again. Right. Then do that one and then do that one. Yeah, it's up to you. That's it. Right. And do that one, and then on that one again, but with that hand.
Watch your face, Danny.
Yeah.
He looks like the fighting banana.
In the red corner, we have banana split.
Don't say that.
Ollie wants to do boxing. Ollie!
That peanut area.
No, not the peanut! Vicious or what? 1, 2, 3. It's Friday, so this morning I have just been sort of cleaning the kitchen a bit, doing the scrub out. I've pulled everything off the windowsill and I've just given it a good old scrub. That's basically what I've been doing, things like that. And I need to do all these things as well, pull them off and give them a clean, because obviously in the kitchen things get attracted by grease, don't they? And a bit of vinegar will do the best job at sort of getting all that off. So I need to do all those next. That's my next job. So yeah, that's just what I'm up to, a bit of cleaning. I really enjoy Fridays. It's like my favourite day. I don't know what it is. I don't think it's just the anticipation of the weekend coming. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to hopefully spend some time in the garden this weekend and getting my pond done. I've ordered my liner and my pump. My pump's already come, hasn't it? The liner still hasn't come. I don't know if it's going to be able to... I don't know if it's going to come before the end of this weekend, which is such a shame because I kind of wanted to get the pond up and running. But we'll see what we can do, see if it comes or not. Also, I've seen on the weather forecast, it's meant to be like tropical next week, like really, really warm. How typical is that? When the kids go back to school, the weather then picks up. So, I mean, it'd be great to have a bit of sunshine, but it could have been while the kids were off, right? So yeah, that's just what I'm up to. Nothing special, just scrubbing out as we do. And yeah, I'll catch up with you a bit later. Hey guys, so it's the evening now, so I apologise about the lighting, it's awful. So yeah, I just wanted to come on, and there was a couple of things I thought I'd mention. I won a competition, yay! And it's these little, tiny little candle lights. I went to a party like way back, and I bought a candle. I'm usually a Yankee girl, as we know, but I did buy a party light candle. So the girl that run the party sort of had a Facebook group, so you know it was polite to join and stuff. And she runs competitions and stuff on there. So she had a photo of her, and she was like, write a caption. So I wrote like a silly little caption, and I won. And she's like, I'll send you your prize, and it's 2 tiny little tea lights. Yay! How funny. They do smell good. They do smell good, although I do remember, I don't know if it was the Pacific one that I had, the candle always gave me a headache every time I burnt it, so, but I'm sure these are so tiny, I'm sure they won't give me a headache. They do smell really, really good. And although party light are so expensive, there are some stunning bits in the catalogue that she sent me. So that was the first thing I wanted to mention. The second thing I wanted to mention was Danny is doing a charity boxing event, and that's like 6 weeks time. It's next month, and he needs a name, so I thought I'd come on here and just see if you guys could think of a name for him, and please put it in the description box, because my name, because I changed my YouTube name from my real name Helen to Right at Home, because I asked you guys what I should change it to. So I kind of thought it'd be fun to do that again with Danny's boxing name. He's never boxed before, and they're running at work a charity event where they're doing like police officers against, what did he say? Prison staff. And so it's a charity event. He's raising money for charity, and he's out running at the moment. I mean, Danny is very, very athletic. You know, he goes football once a week as part of work. They have like a football team at work, and they play once a week. And he also goes out running quite often. So he's running tonight, and Cameron's gone out with him. Cameron went with him, I think, last week or the week before when he went running. Cameron was absolutely shattered when he come back, bless him. Cameron's not the sporty type. But Danny's like, come with me, come running, you'll love it. So yeah, Danny's out sprinting tonight. He'll probably be gone for about half an hour, 45 minutes. I don't know how he does it. I really do want to take up running, but I can't run. And me and Danny did talk about when the weather improves, he'll come out and run with me. But I'm going to be lagging behind. I can see this ending in an argument, to be honest. Like, he'll be like, come on! And I'll be like, all right, leave me. I don't know how it's going to hand out. I should probably vlog it. You guys would find us hilarious trying to run together. He's sprinting miles ahead of me, and I'm somewhere in the background. But anyway, so yeah, he needs a boxing name. And I was thinking, what do I even wear for a boxing match? What do I wear? What do I even wear? I'm going to have to try and think of something to wear for this, because obviously I'm going to have to go and support him. He needs to sell 15 tickets, and that as part of the fundraising. Obviously I'll have one, Kevin and Claire will definitely come, and then there's obviously other people at work that's probably going to love to see him getting beaten up, which I think it's going to be really weird. I may vlog some of it if I can. I'm going to ask him and see if he minds, because none of these guys are professional boxers, it's just for charity. But he is going to get hit. So as his wife sitting in the audience watching him getting beaten up, it's going to be really, really surreal. And then all I'm thinking is, what am I going to wear? Proper girl, right? Yeah. My uncle used to be a professional boxer. Well, I say professional, more like semi-professional. He was in the army, so a lot of my family are in the army, so as part of being in the army, he was boxing, and he won trophies, and he was in the papers. He got quite a good career out of it, actually, until I think his injuries were so bad he could no longer box. So boxing has been in my family, and I remember my mum going to watch her brother box, and I remember him coming around and him being beaten up, and we always used to watch boxing on telly growing up. And a funny story about boxing, I go off on tangents, I hope you guys don't mind. I tried to get Cameron into boxing because we have a boxing club quite close to us, and one of Cameron's best friends' dad owns the boxing club, and I sent Cameron on, like, because Cameron did get horrifically bullied, and I was like, it'd be good for your confidence to not have the fear of being hit, and also knowing how to defend yourself. I would never want my children to fight off their own back, but I would like them to know how to defend themselves. Cameron just can't fight. Love his soul. He doesn't, it's not in his nature. He doesn't have, you know, the fight or flight. He's a flight 100% of the time. So I sent him to this boxing, and he went for a good couple of months, but he was just, and this was a few years back, he couldn't get it. He sat down and he was like, I want to talk to you about it. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, I don't think it's fun getting hit. I was like, I agree. And he went, and also, you're paying someone to hit me, and I don't think that's right. And when I was like, this is true, I am actually paying someone. I'm sending you there with money to pay to get hit. Yeah, this doesn't make much sense to me either. So he didn't like it. He wouldn't hit the other kids, even, it sounds awful, doesn't it? Even when he was getting beaten up, he was just standing there taking it. He can't physically inflict pain on someone else. And that's good for him. I'm glad about that. But yeah, anyway, I digress. So yeah, I need to find an outfit for this boxing match. I'm all about the charity shops. So I think I'm going to message Sherry and see if she fancies a charity shop day. Maybe Monday. I think Monday I'm free, so Monday would be a good day. And the kids are back at school. All the kids are back at school Monday, so we can go charity shopping if she's free. If not, perhaps Friday. I'll message her and see what she says. So yeah, I'm just gonna have a nice drink now and stick the telly on and have some me TV while two of my men are running around the street, and the other two are upstairs playing on board games. So yeah, drink and TV, and I'll probably catch up with you tomorrow.
What is it, Mummy?
What could it be?
Oh, we got styrofoam. Awesome.
Out the way, Ollie. Good boy. It's much smaller than I thought. Is it?
It is.
It is.
It is.
It's pond liner.
Who's playing it?
Guess what we're doing today? Are you going to help with the pond, Ollie?
We're gonna dig a pond.
We already dug a pond.
No, dug an hole. We got to shape a pond. Do you tear a hole in it?
Let's say that. And look at that. It's a glorious day outside.
It's in my eye.
It is. It's a glorious day.
Pool time.
No, babe, you can't get the pool out.
Okay.
He said that we had one good day last week, and he was like, "Let's get the pool out."
So we like cold and warm.
Really?
Pixie's enjoying the garden. Hi guys, so I forgot to say it's Saturday. The pond liner came this morning, and you've already seen Danny. There's a siren going off, it's quite distracting. You already saw Danny unwrap that. I'm covered in paint, look at me. Me and Cameron have been painting this trellis. We've been painting the other side of it, and we're almost done on that side. So I worked this side, Cameron worked that side, and we kind of met in the middle. I say the middle, I'm obviously super fast. I'm like Superwoman. And then after we've finished doing this side, we're gonna do this side, and Danny is obviously working on the pond. He's creating the right shape that we want, and he's also pulling out the the old carpet that we got from a local carpet shop that they were throwing it out. He did ask permission, and we're going to use that as our base. He's also going to put a layer of sand at the bottom to help sponge any rocks or stones and things like that. So that's what he's up to. This beautiful piece of carpet.
Yeah, beautiful.
Beautiful. I love the shade of green.
Me too.
Do you love it too?
Yeah.
That's home comforts. We're going to give them a sofa and a lamp and all the things. And the pond liner's going in, yay!
Abu! Abu!
And then me and Cameron, well, more Cameron in honesty, because he's got muscles that I don't have.
Really?
You're covered in paint as well. I'm putting in this concrete statue here. And then Ollie and Liam are arguing over here. The batteries are dead, that's why it's not going round. It's been in the shed all winter. You're lucky it's even going. Has it been a bad day, Liam? Quick, go, the train's coming. It's because it needs charging. No patience, this kid's got no patience. Is that what it is? And then if you can see over in that corner, I have like a bird bath. It's a beautiful lady holding a bowl, and I'm going to put that on the opposite side there. I also have a sun dial which is just there. I don't know where I'm going to put that just yet, but I'm going to put all this together and I'm going to fill it with mud and have flowers come over it. So here, Cameron, it looks like bin liners. And the water's going in, yay! So I planted some compost inside it. This is what it looks like. I've just put some marigolds that I already had in the bottom, and I need to get something for the middle and the top. I don't know if I'll get more marigolds and just fill the whole thing with marigolds, but this is what it's looking like. Excuse the kids playing in the background. Now you can actually see the shape of the pond. Danny's just sorting the rocks out that we sort of gained when we bought the house. They were already here. But that's already the reflection of the water. Looks stunning, and I'm going to have stones and stuff at the back so you won't actually see so much liner. It is beautiful, isn't it? Do you like it? Ollie was saying you want to be a fish. He's got his swimwear on so he can be a fish. And I said, no, you're not going in there, are you?
We want to be a fish.
I know you do. And these are the rocks.
York stone, I'll have you know.
York stone.
York stone.
It's quite a funny story about the rocks. When we were doing the drive, we dug them up from the drive, didn't we, Danny? Yeah, we dug them up from the drive when we was doing the drive. And our next door neighbour actually used to own our house and now moved in with next door. And he told us where the rocks come from because he got them, and it was a old. Was it an asylum?
Hospital.
I don't think it was a hospital. It was a mental health unit that was shut down. It was an old mental health unit.
You're right, I'm wrong.
You're not known for your memory, Danny.
Who said that?
Yeah, it was an old mental health hospital. So that's where they came from. When they were closing it down, he was doing work because he was a builder of salts, and he picked them up. And now we have them. So very lucky to inherit them. They're stunning. And then the waterfall will be in that corner up there. Are you having a water fight?
Oh, yes we are.
Well, it won't work like that, babe.
I've made it work. I made it work.
Did you? Well, how about you do the rest of them then?
Can I use it?
I would make loads of them and then fill up the bucket and then you can have a water fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good idea.
Me too.
So fill them all up, put them in the bucket. So it's the end of Saturday, we're going in now, and I just thought I'd give you a last look at the pond for today. Obviously, weather depending, we'll be back out here tomorrow, working on it, rearranging rocks, making sure they look as natural as possibly can be. Let me show you what I mean, I'll turn you around. So here's how it's looking, and if you see, there always seems to be sirens in the background. I think this bit looks quite natural. Over here it doesn't, but I like how it's lipping, the rocks are lipping over the liner, so the water's sort of just to be floating. Around the edges there will be plants coming out, and I'll also have some rockery plants as well growing around it and things. So it's looking after the end of Saturday. One of the rocks has fallen in, so we need to rethink that bit. But apart from that, it hasn't leaked, which is fantastic. It's really murky because obviously Danny was putting sand underneath the rocks to hold them and give them a bit of grit. Clearly didn't work. Today I think he's going to work on that area, and that was the waterfall thing that we bought for £5. It's clearly the wrong colour. I think we're going to spray it with some spray so it's more of a sandy, stony, rockery colour, because how fake does that look? But yeah, I want to get fish like now, and Danny says no, the pond has to be finished. We have to run some armoured cable to the man cave. The man cave does have electricity. We need to get some electricity running from the man cave down for the pump, so that can run and that'll keep the water clean. What are you making, Danny?
A fish hotel. SpongeBob would be proud.
A fish hotel.
Just going to call it Krabbies.
Okay. So Cameron is just using some sandpaper to make sure the edges aren't sharp, and this is for the fish to get away from any predators or anything like that, so they've got somewhere to hide. Predators is this real thing, babe?
I know.
Like
What's
next
gonna
door's
get
cat.
them?
Next door's cat.
They're afraid of the water.
That won't stop it. Birds. Birds
What?
eat fish. What time is it? It's 3:20. That's how far we've got. So a little update on how it's looking. That's the waterfall build coming along. We've decided that that plastic thing's just not happening. It's not the right colour, it's not the right look, so we're going to rethink it. We're just going to keep building it up, and then whether we get like a piece of slate or just something that the pump can then trail down. I don't know, maybe I'll sell that thing. It was only a £5, so it's no great shakes, is it really? But that's kind of what the pond's looking like so far. Hey guys, so I've just come in to make dinner. I'm absolutely mucky, but there you go. I am aching so bad. I think it's mainly from yesterday that I'm aching, lugging all those big stones around with Danny to sort of set up the pond. But it's raining now, so I can't do no more. Danny's still out there pottering around, tidying up. And obviously, like I said, I've come in to start dinner because we need to have dinner. And I've put a load of washing on, and I'm just generally just cleaning up the kitchen because obviously I've been out in the garden all day. So yeah, look, I've got my plates ready. So I like to get prepared, even though dinner's going to be about half an hour yet. And I'm going to do a bit more tidying and stuff like that. Then we're going to have dinner. It's a Sunday night and the kids have got school tomorrow. So it's going to be baths and all things like that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this weekly vlog. Please give me some feedback down below and let me know what you think of my weekly vlogs. I'd love to know. And also please don't forget to leave comments of suggestive names for Danny's boxing name. Oh, my carrots are boiling over. That's the thing with electric cookers. It's like, it's not boiling, it's not boiling, it's not boiling, and then it's boiling over. That's why when I'm boiling stuff on the hob, I don't leave it, because you'll wait for ages. And then, anyway, I'm digressing. I hope you guys enjoyed this weekly vlog, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.